I'm seriously. I feel so cute. I feel like, you know, I should go somewhere. I look cute. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you are new, hi, my name is Mpumi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And if you are coming back, boss sweetie, the baby will laugh. Hey, I really hope that you are enjoying the videos. We are on the 10th video. I'm going to celebrate every single video, but the 10th one for me is a big one. That means I've been doing this for 10 weeks. Like, because I'm very consistent. I post every week. Can you believe? So, thank you so much. I hope you are subscribed and you're not just watching. That's wrong, sissy. Puti, that's wrong. And I hope that you have also clicked the notification bell so you know whenever I upload. As you guys can see from the title of the video, today is actually a more serious video. This whole pandemic has taken a huge toll on a lot of us, whether it's our businesses, it's our personal lives, our relationships, surroundings, everything. And I think that more than anything, for me, my mental health has been not necessarily tested, but it's definitely been questioned by this thing called lockdown. And I really feel like I wanted to almost share my experience with you guys thus far as to what's been going on. Hey, it's been a roller coaster, as I've said in my title. It's been a roller coaster of emotions, of times, just a roller coaster. And I thought, why not do a chit chat, get ready with me, but with something a little bit more important, our mental health. And so if you are interested, please do continue with the video. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. Follow me on my social media platforms. All the links are down below. I am at Pums_T. And without wasting any more time, let's get into the video. But disclaimer, I'm not a professional. I am not a social worker or anything like that. I am just sharing my experience during this lockdown with regards to my mental health. And I'm hoping that I could at least impart some kind of knowledge, or even if it's just encouragement or motivation, to someone else who might be watching this and is really down, because I can assure you I have been down and up and then down again and then up again a couple of times. And so I just want someone out there to hear what happened, how it happened, and how I'm doing thus far, what I've been doing. So yeah, let's get straight into the video because I chat too much. Okay, now guys, so I did my brows off camera because I believe that I want to make this as quick and as short and as sweet as possible. Also, I'm using natural lighting, and the good Lord wants the wind and the clouds to move, so that's what's happening. So please don't mind any change in lighting over the course of the video. But I actually wrote down everything that I wanted to talk about, so that's good. But my main reason for wanting to speak about mental health is because of kind of the experience that I've been having during this whole lockdown. It's just been a roller coaster, if I'm being completely honest. Also, I will not be saying what products I'm using. I'm just going to list them all down below. So yeah, honestly, for me, I can safely say that lockdown wasn't very easy. The first couple of seasons, because it looks like we might still be on season 2 into season 3, and you sure. But for me, lockdown hasn't been very nice. It has had its moment where I'm just vibes, where I'm just excited, but sometimes I'm just genuinely just stressed because I don't know what's happening. I know I'm sure a lot of people have this thing sometimes where it's I can't even plan the next month because I don't know what's happening. And I don't have a job. I'm doing a couple of side hustles, but I'm not, well, one big side hustle, but like it's not really bringing in like the finances that the lighting is changing again. The finances that I would like to see. I lost my job like in January, and I wasn't phased or anything. I was like, but I wasn't really mad about it. I don't know, should I use the total control or the next one? Any, mini, money, mo. Okay, we're using this one. Like for me, I just haven't really been happy. All the okay, if I'm lying, I'm not that I'm not being happy. Okay, let me fix that sentence. It's not that I'm not happy. It's that, okay, for a second there, I thought I lost my concealer. Looks like I did. Okay, I'm coming back. Lockdown for me was not, it hasn't been very easy, only because like I don't know what's gonna happen next month. I don't know what's gonna happen with my career, even with this YouTube like journey. And like I couldn't even buy makeup for the most part. You guys should know this by now, because obviously the stores were closed. It just hasn't been easy, and that's one thing I had to really like be honest with myself about. Sometimes it's like bad to the point where you like want to cry yourself to sleep and just figure what's going on out. Like not necessarily like breakdown, but it's depressing. It can be very depressing. So for me, Nam, I just want to give a bit of a background information. I literally have been job searching, job hunting, whatever, for a minute now. I've been trying to get my side hustles on and sometimes just live. So before lockdown, I was doing exactly that. I was job hunting, I was doing all these little things, but then I wasn't like depressed or anything, because if I want to go somewhere, I can do exactly that, right? So with the lockdown, obviously you're restricted, social distancing, don't. Like that kind of puts a pause on all of that, and you just really have to figure yourself out like from the get-go, and that's not easy. Especially when like everyone around you is either working from home or like essential services, so they go to work. Like, and my mom is part of those, so she goes to work. I think that's one of the only things that have really helped me, because then when she's gone, I take walks around the complex. I stay in a complex, I watch things, I read up a lot more now, and that kind of helped me. But like my journey hasn't been easy, so I just wrote a bunch of stuff that I went through that affected me. Demotivation is a big part, especially because I have a YouTube channel. So when I say I'm demotivated, I mean like I wasn't posting as much. I wasn't very active on Instagram at some weeks. Some weeks I just post and then that's it. I don't really do anything else, and that's not nice. That's not something I would advise people to do, especially if you I'm not, let me not advise anyone, but that's something that wasn't nice, because YouTube was a bit of an escape. YouTube and Instagram, not necessarily an escape, but a great distraction, a great opportunity for me to find things to do and to really do what I love. So when I'm demotivated, I genuinely am not doing anything. I'm not focusing on anything. I'm just a mess, right? So it sucked. I would alienate myself from my mom sometimes, where I'm in my room, and it's not a bad thing sometimes. Sometimes I just want to be in my room, but sometimes I'm in my room and I'm not doing anything. I'm just reading. I'm probably just reading the Bible. I'm reading something that's just close by, and sometimes alienating yourself doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't help, because you're basically swallowing everything. You're drowning yourself in the sorrow and everything. It's great to be alone sometimes, but alienating yourself is something that like I went through a lot. Obviously, since there's no social life, the social life is basically social media, and Twitter can be very toxic. It can be very, and like it can be heavy. So I wouldn't be that heavy on there. But then I also wouldn't be on like Instagram. And I need to do Instagram because I have kind of like a job to do. If I've got a YouTube channel, I need to promote my YouTube channel. Sorry about that. Let me just I have to promote my YouTube channel. I have to do all these little different things. And it affects me. Sorry, it affected me so heavily, you know. And then I think it was like at one point I just didn't do anything. I didn't even post. And people were asking me, dude, we're expecting a tutorial on this look. Don't. I'm just there like, yo, Lord, help me. It sucked. Also, I wouldn't communicate how I'm feeling. And that's something that is very important when you're going through, like, for lockdown. It's very important to at least talk to someone when you're feeling like you're going through the worst, is to talk to someone. I wouldn't do any of that, and honestly, it wasn't helpful. I should have just spoken to someone when I felt like I needed to. And I think that's why, for me, a big support system is very important. Talking to that person, like, it doesn't matter whether it's just your homie, your partner, your parent, your sibling. Talk to someone when you're not okay. I usually spoke to my boyfriend because he really, like, helped me a lot, especially just with the your day-to-day. Like, it was so helpful to have someone there to kind of just be like, listen, it's gonna be okay, you're gonna do well, you're doing great already. The fact that you woke up, you did this, you did that, you know. Sometimes having someone around to kind of tell you that is really nice and helpful. And also, I pressured myself a lot. Like, I pressured myself a lot. I would put myself down because I did something, or I didn't do something, or I'm not at a certain place by this time. So that in itself is just so bad for the system, because you're telling yourself that you're not good enough. You're telling yourself that you didn't do well enough. You're telling yourself that you're just not it. Hey, you're not the girl. And doing that is not healthy. It's a big no-no. It's something I wouldn't advise anyone to do. One more thing that I actually went through, I just did all my concealer off camera because time, is that I was very like if you're staying on your own, or if you're like majority of the time you're on your own, sometimes you can like kind of use that for the bad things. Like, it can end up being like a bad thing for you. So like, staying on your own for me is it's okay. Like, my sister stays on her own. She stays in her own apartment. She's fine sometimes, but sometimes, you know, I don't know. Let me not speak about my sister. But like, for me, I'm always on my own, like, during the week, because my mom's gone to work, as I've said. So when I'm on my own, it can sometimes be good for me, because then I can like do what I want to do, like in the house, without anyone distracting me, without anyone there. But sometimes it's like not good being on your own, because I took too much out. Because then it's like you start to like go deep into thoughts. You're not doing things for the good reasons, you know, and that can be very, very bad. Kind of allowing your thoughts to take control of you. That's something that like being alone really did to me. And sometimes those thoughts wouldn't be good. So I'm not saying like being alone is a bad thing, but if you're being alone and you're not doing something that's good for your heart or your mind, it can really like be a bad thing. So for me, I really had to be honest with myself and be like, listen, dude, you need to stop wallowing, if that's the word. You need to stop swallowing everything that's going on, allowing it to control you, allowing it to be, you know, the main reason why you're doing things. Like, I would do things because I know no one's here to watch me anyway, no one's gonna stop me anyway, and it's not gonna be good for me, but who cares, you know. That's not healthy. So like, there are some things that I had to change, like about myself and just my life, to kind of be better during this lockdown, do better, and for my mental health to be a priority. I had to change certain things. So for that, like, please look, hey, in terms of that, I would start to plan my weeks ahead of time. I would plan my days, like Monday I'm doing this, Tuesday I'm doing this, Wednesday I'm doing this, Thursday I'm doing this, or Friday I'm doing this, whatever, and really like stick to that. With that I mean, I would plan my weekends, my weeks in my weekends. So I'd be like, during the week I'm gonna post on them this day. This is what I'm gonna post. This is what I'm gonna do. This is the content I'm gonna create on this day. And you know, another thing with that is I would give myself a day off. We all deserve days off. We all deserve to do nothing and just sit and just do nothing and be lame and just, you know, watch series, binge watch, catch up on something that we deserve to do. And I'm never ever gonna apologize for that. That was something I also had to just be strong about. Like, there are days where I'm going to do luto, nothing, and guess what, you're gonna live with that. If you're gonna judge me for it, you know what I mean? But those are the two things that I would do. I would plan my days, and even when I'm planning, I'd plan when I'm resting. And if I can't do something on one day, maybe I wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Best believe if I postpone it, I'm gonna do it still, but I'm gonna enjoy the days of doing nothing, you know. In that same light, you need to wake up some days, shower, take a bath, whatever you choose to do, get dressed, get out of your PJs, do something. Go somewhere, like go to the lounge, get out of your room, get out of your bed. It really does help to think like that sometimes. It really helps to get out of that funk of I'm in my PJs, because best believe the more you sit and be like, yo, every 2 days, every day, best believe uzoporega forever. This can be the time for you to do something. This can be the time for you to like be like, yeah, no, this is my time to shine, to hamper unions at this, and best believe it can be so rewarding when you do. I'm actually gonna do this off camera. Let me just contour. Another thing for me was to do what makes me happy. So like, if creating content makes me happy, even if it's not the best content, that's something like the best for me, in a sense of I don't have that camera, I don't have that ring light. Till this day I don't have a ring light, and I'm still creating content. I'm saving towards that, even though I don't have a job. And best believe when I get that ring light, you know. So I'm not hard on myself about the content I create. It's the best that I can for now, that I can create for now. And best believe that when I get that the better quality things, I'm gonna create the content. But I'm not gonna beat myself up because I didn't create the content with that Canon M whatnot camera, or the G camera. I'm not gonna name them because I tend to say the wrong things. So as long as I don't have that camera, I'm not gonna stop myself from creating content. Like, although I only have 80 people watching me, I'm okay with that, you know. I might not have like these big names tagging me and saying, hey guys, go subscribe to this girl, hyping me up, because they're not my friends. I don't know them, they don't know me like that. It's okay. Like, those 80 people that are watching me, best believe they're gonna have to not have to, but I'm gonna make sure that they enjoy the content that they're watching, you know. Like, doing what makes me happy has been probably the one thing that has kept me going throughout this whole lockdown, because it's kind of given me a reason to like wake up, given me a reason to be like, I want to wake up and create content. I want to wake up and, you know, shoot a cute picture. It might not be with that iPhone 11 Pro Max, but guess what, it's gonna come out the way I want it to come out, and I'm gonna be happy with it. And that has been a thing that has helped me go for like the longest time. That's what's actually helped me throughout this lockdown. That's what's actually helped me. And I'm not trying to say that everyone should do that, but doing what makes you happy is what I suggest you should do. It's what I would not necessarily advise, because not everyone's going to take my advice. But doing what makes you happy can do a world of good to your heart, to your mind, to your self-esteem, it can do so much for your mental health. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's my aim right now when I'm speaking. my journey has been a roller coaster because there are days when I genuinely don't see myself as that girl, as the girl. But sitting and being like, ha, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna do what I love. I'm gonna push my content, even if it's not like that content that maybe that social media influencer or content creator did. It's fine. Like, my recognition, my acknowledgement will come eventually. Now this is sounding like a more of a content creator kind of perspective, but it is essentially. And don't pressure yourself. That's something I always have to remind myself. Do not pressure yourself. Do not tell yourself that you have to do this because you saw Smang doing it. You have to live this life. I'm 23 years old. I'm basically a triple major, double graduate, whatever they say. I've had 2 degrees. I have 2 degrees. I'm a triple major graduate. There's so much to be proud of for me. Look at what you should be proud of when you look at yourself, when you're having a bad day. Be like, and like, what's good? Like, maybe I have my own apartment, or I have a job. I'm still hunting till this day. Reko May, guys. Hey, Sigu May. Like, it's not easy. Be proud of what you already have. Look at what you have and don't doubt it oneself. Don't doubt it at any point, I think is what I was trying to say. Also, I've started like home workouts. So anyone that knows me knows that I never gym. I can't seem to gym, guys. I can't. So at least home workouts and I do beginner friendly home workouts, have been at least something that have kept me going during this time. Also, it's created some kind of discipline, because best believe it needs discipline. But yeah, and also just like allowing yourself to take a break is really important, and I'm gonna keep saying that. It's important. Okay, you need to take a break. Unless you're working, you need to work. But when you're not working, best believe you're gonna take that break. If your weekend needs to still be a weekend and you need to like have a young braai, do a young, do it. Lockdown shouldn't stop you just because go high. You can do it, go high. You know what I mean? And also just being proud of myself has been something that I've really had to accept and just be about. Like, I need to be about it. Like, I need to be proud of myself. I need to express to myself why I'm proud of myself. If it means writing it down, posting it on my wall, not texting myself, but putting it on my notes when I'm proud of myself, and going back and reading it when I'm having a bad day, has helped me so much. You don't even know. And I wrote something down here. There is no textbook for lockdown, no principal, and no camera watching you. Do what makes your heart and your mind happy. Always also be cognizant of the fact that what your situation could be, like what your situation is, could be someone's dream. Like, be happy with what you have. Appreciate what you have. I'm sheltered. I have my own room. Some people don't have their own room. Sometimes they have to. Some people are sharing with some younger sister, or, some people don't have that privilege. You could be coming from a place of privilege, and accepting and being proud and appreciative of that, showing great gratitude towards that, is more important than doubting yourself, dog. Like, doubting yourself is just so effed up. Like, it's so bad. It's just the worst thing you could possibly do. And that's something I had to really understand, and being aware of your surroundings. Like, knowing who you have around you, knowing what you have around you is so important. Appreciating what you have around you is so important. And listening to good things, surrounding yourself with some good stuff is really important, because best believe there are some trashy human beings out there that are genuinely just aiming to be trashy. So removing them from that space, removing yourself from that space is honestly the best thing you could do during lockdown. So yeah, and communicating to those that you genuinely should be, that you know will listen and care, is important. Let me just finish off my makeup as well, because I'm not doing the makeup, I'm chatting. So I'm back. I just took off my duke my hair's just hanging, and put on lashes and liner. So for me overall, I do think that planning ahead, finding something to do, and really appreciating what you already have is something that has helped me a lot overall. It's not very easy, but it works. Honestly, it works. And just also giving myself a day off, cutting me some slack, if that makes any sense. Cutting me some slack and being like, dog, you've been working all week. You deserve to rest. You deserve a break. Has honestly been something that has helped me quite a bit. And then just having fun while you're on lockdown. It's not very easy to just say have fun, but taking the time to really almost enjoy what you have, the time that you have. You're not getting this time back. You might as well do something about it. And if it means taking this time to rest because you know when level 2 comes back, you're gonna have to go and work, by all means go do it. If you feel like you'd much rather work and push your content, push whatever it is that you have to do, by all means do it. If it means hustling during this time, finding a hustle, that's what I've done. Oh, my nose is starting. Has anyone ever, like, when you do your makeup and then literally just before you finish, your nose goes crazy? That's my nose right now. Use this time to do what you love most. You might not get this time back in you might just get this time much later in your life when you have to have retired and all of that. At least you'll know that you didn't waste your time on something that you never really saw anything, like you never saw as good enough. Like your English is honestly not my thing, hey? But yeah, do what makes you happy, and I promise you won't feel like you're working. I promise you. But if you have to work now. But then when you need to rest. That's all I'm saying. And communicate. Like there's so many people who just want to like know how you're doing. If you don't tell them, there are so many people, I'm sure, like who genuinely just like don't know if you're okay. At least just let people know if you're sharp. Tell your support system, okay? I guess everyone has a support system, I hope. Tell them, be like, yo, homie, this is what's been happening. Hey, this is what's been happening. I don't know if I like this. I feel like I just look so funny. I just haven't touched color in such a long time. Let me see. Yatusa, guys. I think this is not the right red. I'm gonna start with the wipes. With the wipes. Woo, Yatusa, guys. Okay. Hey. I'm seriously. Hey, I'm born a man. Guys, I feel so cute. I feel like, you know, I look cute. Okay, so basically your mental health should be a priority whether you like it or not, because I promise you it affects every aspect of your life that you honestly didn't even probably think would be affected. So make sure you, oh my gosh, I look so nice. Definitely take it seriously. Prioritize it, whether it's in your relationships, it's in your personal capacity, it's in your businesses. Prioritize your mental health. My lips, prioritize it, because I can assure you that if your mental health is on, your life will be on. All right? All right. Thank you so much for getting to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed my chats. I low-key was venting, low-key was having real chats. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Do give it a, don't forget to subscribe, and then don't forget to bell uzobona ukuthi I have uploaded. So yeah, I really hope that we grow. You already know I say this every week. I hope we grow. I hope we make it. I hope we look good. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying and finding things to do and finding ways to cope during this lockdown. As far as we know, we might be going, some places might be going into level 3. I hope most of us go into level 3, because honestly it would do us a world of good to at least be able to go out to certain places, even if it's just the furniture store. I don't know, it's not safe to be outside, but I need to be outside, but it's okay. I hope everyone that watches this is keeping safe, mentally, physically, emotionally, in every way possible. And I'm so sorry that I keep looking at myself throughout this video, but I really like how I look. So yeah, thank you so much, and see you guys in the next video.